Morning, guys. Okay, so starting to pull back now, it looks like. Different ways you can interpret this, to be honest with you. Obviously, we're moving counter trend against the higher leg. Now, we've seen order flow shift. Basically, when we took out supply, we've basically broken that mitigation process to the downside. So again, depending on how you view this and depending on how aggressive you want to get, you could technically, look at 15-minute structure, minor structure within here. Again, just depends on how aggressive you want to get. Personally, I'm fine trading counter trend, but like against the higher leg. But the bottom line is we've just pushed all the way to the downside. We have liquidity to take from the market here to kind of bring us back up into swing structure high, swing structure low. So yeah, the choice is yours. Obviously, your higher quality trades are going to come from, sort of these regions, get your premium and discount to essentially see where we're sitting right now. So yeah, really, now that we're starting to pull back against the higher time frame leg, like I said, depending on how you want to map structure, your swing structures, without a doubt, up here and down here. Yeah, like I said, your minor structure breaks technically happened, here and here will cause the break, something below here, push through. And then, yeah, you could potentially, maneuver yourself around in the flow chart as this being an order flow shift, 15-minute chalk, as well as a structure break. So yeah, the choice is yours, whether or not you'd like to kind of view that, basically pulling against swing structure, right? Sorry, swing structure is a little bit higher. Yeah, essentially just playing the internal, not the internal, but the minor structure points, which are going to be here and here. So again, the choice is yours. If you were to do something like that, what I would say is obviously, if we take out this piece of demand right here, that would put us into a position where we would be counter order flow, technically counter trend too, right? So you just have to be just a little bit careful, how you're sort of maneuvering around in this area. There's no real rush to get into, just lower quality setups ultimately. So yeah, just keep that in mind while trading this morning. If you do decide to take something, along the lines of, excuse me, yeah, just along the lines of, sorry, losing words here. Along the lines of taking this against this counter trend move, right? So yeah, now that we're actually breaking down, obviously structures and control from here and here, from like an internal standpoint. So looking at stuff in this leg to potentially come this way would technically make sense. So yeah, I would say that reasonably right now, coming down to the more discount region of this leg, you could potentially look for an alignment. Like I said, unless we're hitting a 1-minute refined area, we need to essentially see a 1-minute chalk and flip at the extremity. And furthermore, if we just tap into like a 15-minute wick, we would need to see a 15-minute realignment technically, because we are leaving from a supply region right here. So those are my thoughts for this morning. Yeah, take them with a grain of salt, of course. And yeah, like I said, the higher quality setups are going to come from up here. I don't think sells from here are that reasonable personally. I think that we're going to see a half decent push to the upside before we, yes, we have tons of liquidity here, but we have tons available here as well, right? So I think the market's going to try to pull itself back a little bit further before we can see some downside potential. Again, just my thoughts. I think we would likely want to come back up to mitigate, some sort of an extreme up here. So that's what I'm looking at this morning. Like I said, if you guys are interested in potentially trading this long, technically, if we viewed that as minor structure, in theory, you would be okay to sort of trade the model, and then just use the appropriate confirmations to get yourself involved and swinging against the overall trend. So that's it for this morning. Have a good and safe session, and we'll see you guys around 12 o'clock today.